All right, it's another smash-o-mash fake news alarmist weather report coming at you June 28th. First, have a look at the national radar image, the national Doppler radar. Some spooky places. How about Maine? If you're in Maine, dude, don't just get an umbrella. Get a tarp. Never know when you need a tarp. Good polyurethane tarp comes in handy. Especially if your head's up your ass. Hey, fortunately, it doesn't look like it's snowing in Newfoundland. Right? No white rain coming down there. That's what you call a non-alarmist weather forecast. All right, now let's see some spooky stuff. There's a line of spooky stuff going across the country here. It's enough to scare the pants off of somebody who's only wearing underpants. You know, like when you're in France, you pull down your pants. Well, this will scare your pants off, okay? You got scary storms in Central Florida, spooky, nasty storms in Georgia, horrifying storms in Tennessee. Up in Iowa, you've got some, probably some hail falling. So, you know, maybe one of these get underground situations. Yeah, run for your life, away from the dark clouds, and then get underground. Do those two things. Try to ensure your survival. Figure out a way. Life always does. All right, so let's look at some other weather maps here. All right, here we go. Here's the NASA. This is the NASA longwave satellite, which is similar to your Doppler radar, but it's got a little more resolution. Well, let's have a look at this stuff. Oh, man. Oh, boy. I'm empathically scared for what's happening right there. I'm scared empathically because clouds are being sucked out of other clouds and they're forming into other clouds. It's scary. Scary and spooky stuff right there in Tennessee. If you're in Tennessee, you're closer to the southern border, run for your life, or maybe even drive a car south very fast. And if you're living closer to the northern border, well, do the same thing, but go north instead. But run for your life. Find an underpass or something. Don't just wait for that to land on you. Okay. Let's look at some other maps here. Here's the water vapor map. And yeah, it's looking a little spooky. Out in the Atlantic, there's probably waves out there. I mean, if you look at this area here. We lost our map. What happened there? Jeez, oh whiz. Having some technical difficulties here. Sorry about that, folks. Hey, check it out. All right. Look at this out in the Atlantic. See that? I'll bet there's waves there. Probably waves. But you can't really surf because it's in the middle of the ocean. Just saying. And lastly, let's check out some weird dry air coming all the way across the Atlantic Ocean. Check that out. What is going on there? That's looking pretty crazy. Let's have a look-see at that on the NASA Visible. And yep, some weird stuff going on down there. Not as weird as a couple days ago, but you got some clouds here that are they're making a 90-degree turn. So, see that? You got these clouds, they're going like this, and then they're going like that. The wind patterns aren't going like that, but the clouds are. So, pretty scary. We think there may be voodoo involved. If you're doing voodoo, could you please refrain from the voodoo a little bit while we're doing the weather report? It can be very distracting. And the next thing we got to look at here is, again, something we were seeing on the Visible. We were looking at the Great Lakes, and there's something weird. Finally, there's one last thing we wanted to look at here. We were looking at the Great Lakes up there, and it's looking a little funky up there. And so we decided to take a closer look. Now, we were looking at Haiti a minute ago, and we thought, hey, something weird's going on there, probably voodoo. And up here, Lake Huron, you never know what they're doing up there in Canada, right? Those shifty Canadians. So anyway, we looked in a little bit closer, and because we thought, hey, maybe there's chemtrails, maybe it's HARP, maybe it's some other made-up fictional stuff that people believe in, right? Well, it turns out it must be a bunch of Druids. Okay? There's your clouds. Look at the clouds. Now, again, just like in Haiti, please, Canadian Druids, if you could please just hold off on the spell casting for a few minutes while we do the weather report, we'd be much obliged. And there you have it, the Smash-O-Mash Alarmist Weather Report. Holla, but don't holla from underground, because you may connect with aliens and they may find out where you are and so on, and that's scary. Like that weather